Hey, good evening. It's Tuesday evening, August 18th. Thanks for being here tonight. You know, there are times in our lives when we feel very alone. And we were designed to be in communion with God, to be in a relationship with Him, and then to be in relationship to other people, and to be close to them. And God made us that way. And then when sin entered, when we embrace sin and others embrace sin, loneliness is one of the fallouts of that sin. And God has made Himself precious to us. He has broken down those barriers. He cares. He reaches out to us. But so often, because of the limitations of our weaknesses, life around us, our own failings, the sinfulness of others, things get muddy. They obfuscate. We can't see God. Not because He's not there, but because our hearts are drifting in a way that is not close to Him. We lose sight of the beauty of Psalm 62, which tells us that only in God is our heart satisfied. And see, the truth of that is that if everything was perfect, if everything we wanted was exactly like we wanted it to be, relationships, money, our job, the worries, the wear and tear of life, and houses and dogs and cats and all that, it was all perfect, it still wouldn't be enough without God's care. So let's not look to those things. Let's look to the beauty of Christ, who has lavished His love upon us. We know that because the Word tells us, but we know that God meets us in these times when we're down and we're discouraged. He comes to us. He cares for us. He loves us. And that's a truth that is ongoing. It is certain. It is real. It's the truth that we need to hang on to with all of our hearts. It's the truth the enemy wants to separate us from. But because we're God's, nothing can ever separate us from that. So this night, as you're getting ready for bed, if you perhaps feel lonely this night, or feel cut off or abandoned, in God's providence, you're not. You can reach out to Him. You can be a blessing to others. And you can know peace, because that's what God has for you. Because Jesus died to secure that for you, just as much as He died to save you and secure your salvation. Loneliness, it has to do with the fall, and God heals things from the fall. You take comfort that in this night. He's a good God. He's a faithful God, especially when we're alone. Rest well, my friends, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.